To say things have changed in our local schools, well, that's quite the understatement. Now, today, Fargo Public Schools Information Technology Director Bill Westrick, he joins us to talk about the vast technological changes that they have seen in this last year. Now, Bill, we all know that this last year, well, from March of the 2020 to now, it seems like technology, whether you liked it or not, you had to learn how to use it. So what are just some of the challenges that the school district has experienced in this past year getting the grasp around hybrid and virtual learning?
Thanks for having me on. The biggest change for us, of course, was going from in-person classes all day long to 3 weeks later, all remote learning. In our middle and high schools, we already had one-to-one devices and we were pretty well set there, but we had to figure out a way to get devices home for the elementary students as well, and they didn't have one-to-one at the time.
And so, yeah, that was a struggle for some of the students because not every student had the device that they needed. But has that changed now since this hybrid or online learning has kind of kept going for more months than expected?
Yes, we had the summertime to figure out what our plan was going to be, and we knew we were going to start in a hybrid model in the fall. So we made sure that we had one-to-one devices for every elementary child ready to go in August. The thing that was really challenging for the schools was, if you remember what August felt like, there was a lot of scrambling, a lot of fear, and so we had to hand out devices to students with very little instruction and have them learn it on the fly.
And so how has that process gone?
It got off to a little bit of a rocky start, honestly. The teachers were fantastic. The staff that helped train the teachers on how to use the tools were great. They worked with the parents to try and get everybody up to speed. But, you know, having kids here half the time helped so that they could practice in class. It was challenging, but I think everybody rose to the occasion. The parents were terrific, the kids were great, and the teachers are just stellar.
Yeah, I cannot even imagine honestly, the difficulties that it had to be for some of these people to go through this with everything that they did and learn a whole new way of teaching and learning at the same time. But there is also now, I understand, a help desk that people can utilize. Just talk about that a little bit. Who can use it and how they can get a hold of it?
Yes, we have 15 technicians across all of our buildings that can answer calls, and we set up a separate helpline just for parents and students. The number is 446-1450. It's manned by the same technicians, but they know when the call is coming in that it's more than likely a student or a parent making the call. If you do call in and it's after hours, you can leave a message and we can arrange a time to call you back.
I think that is a great service. I'm sure a lot of parents are taking advantage of it. And so if the public is looking to help with this cause in any way, make the technological switches at school any easier or provide some help for students, parents or teachers, everyone involved, is there any way they can do that?
The best way for parents coming up this year, we're going to re-engineer how we get the devices out to kids in the fall so that there's more education available on how to use them at home. And if the parents would attend those sessions, get the kids to participate, that will go a long way toward making things a lot smoother next year.
And so even if we go back to a, return to normal, like we all wish, a full-time in-person learning, are these devices still going to be a part of the child's learning then?
Yes. Once you go one-to-one, you never go back. The question that we'll have for the elementaries is, will it be they immediately take the devices home every day right away? We're going to recommend ease into it a bit, get everybody used to the school routine, and then introduce taking the device home as an extra piece to help with assignments and homework.
Wow, some big changes with how education is done in the year 2020, even just from 10 years ago, especially beyond that. But we have with us today is Bill Westrick. Bill with Fargo Public Schools, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for your time.
Coming up here on today's show, what pastimes have you taken up during the pandemic, or hobbies, I should say? Now, we'll take a look at one that I actually know quite a few people who are in on this, and it has you looking to the sky. We'll have more about that on North Dakota Today up next.